Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, so that to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kodash. Give honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to you, brothers in highways and the byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. Now, this is your brother Shapal from James Jamaica Camp with a quick one. All right, and this lesson is based upon this article, which it says the Chinese Communist Party government rewrites portions of the Bible. And in another article, it says that the Chinese Communist Party, the C.C.P, is embarking on a 10-year program to basically rewrite the Bible, So we can see clearly how, the prophecies are beginning to unfold, right? The prophecies pertaining to the punishment of Moab, because the Chinese, they are the Moabites, according to the scripture, right? As well as the famine of the word, because this is one thing where this thing is going to bring famine of the word, you know what I mean? And it all ties into prophecy, man, right? And those are just two, right, points according to the prophecies of the scripture. Now, we're going to go through this article, right, and bring out some scripture, but just to show you that the scripture says, man, he that loveth this world, man, the love of Yahweh Bashim Yashai is not in him, right? And love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, man, right? The Lord is not dealing with this society. This is not the kingdom of heaven, right? These things could not be possible in the kingdom of heaven, man, right? The kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This would not be possible, man. We should show you the messed up society that we're living in, man, because what the scripture actually tell you, man, the scripture actually show you how you're supposed to live, right? Righteously, okay? Clean, pure, right? And if a man want to rewrite that, right, you can see it says a wicked society, man, right? Let's just get into the article. Chinese Communist Party government rewrites portions of the Bible. This is dated July 21st, 2023. It says China. Internal Christian concern. It said the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, is rewriting portions of the Bible in effort to increase its control over religion, country. According to the U.S. Representative Mike Gallagher, R-II, in a meeting of the House Select Committee on the CCP, Rep. Gallagher stated that Chairman Xi Jinping is on a quest, and this is a quote, quest to make the faithful serve the party rather than God, right? So it's not about serving God, it's serving them. It's all about total control of the mind. And that's why there's this video that came out where this elder man is saying that, look, it's not about, there is no China, there is no America, there is no Russia, there's just a corporation owned by the global elites, right? And what they're trying to do is they're trying to go about, right, creating this one world order, this one world government. You understand? Saying so, all of this what you see is happening, and it's to get control over the people's mind, because the scripture cut against what they're doing and against, the whole one world order plan, right? Everything that they're trying to accomplish. So they're thinking that if they get rid of the scriptures, then they would stand a chance. And it's also go according to the blessings that was supposed to be for Jacob, right? Which is total control, right, of the earth, basically. That's what we're seeing playing out in today's society, man, right? And the elites, right, which are Edomites, right, which control the world right now, are using these countries to basically get rid of the Bible, get rid of Israel, so that the blessings, them can obtain the blessings through a carnal means, right? So in these last days, man, you're going to have a lot of things coming up against the word, against the truth of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. But nevertheless, let's just bring out a scripture, because it says that You're on a quest to make the faithful serve the party rather than God. Right? Show you that these men have nothing in their heart pertaining to God, man. Right? Let me see. I typed up this precept. I didn't remember where it was. Alright, but there's two precepts that I wanted to get. Right, let's do the Psalms 56 verse 11. It says, in God have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. Right, so ultimately Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shaiman, right, is the one that you're supposed to put our trust in. You know, you can't afraid a man who the Lord make. God make man. You know, you're supposed to afraid of the maker and not man. Right, and this is the point I want to get to. One of the points, a matter of fact, in Psalms 108 and verse 8, it says, it is better to trust in the Lord, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, than to put confidence in man. Right? That is it, man. Verse 7, this is Jeremiah 17 and verse 5. It said, thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and make it flesh his arm. Right? On whose heart departed from the Lord, man. So all of these curses that's supposed to befall the earth in these last days is going to be poured out on those, right, that put their confidence in man, or their trust in man, or their faith in man rather than Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. Right? He said, blessed is the man that trusts in the Lord and whose hope the Lord is. Right? So I just wanted to get that out there. So let's get back in the article. Right? It's a good quest to make the faithful serve the party rather than God. It's Representative Gallagher referenced a statement from Chairman Z during the 19th Party Congress in 2007 that declares the intent to pursue the sanitization of Chinese religion, right? The sanitization of Chinese religion, and provide active guidance for religion and socialism to coexist. Right. So besides attempt to control Christian doctrine and practice, the C.C.P. is persecuting other Buddhist and Muslim ethnic minorities, according to Rep. Gallagher. C.C.P. sees it as possessing absolute authority over religion in China. For example, in 2008, the Vatican compromised the C.C.P. on the prerogative, right, to appoint Roman Catholic clergy in China. Right, multiple sources have warned that the C.C.P. aim to select the next Dalai Lama, which we know the rumors that came out, and those, with the little boys and all of that, man. It's just perversion. Right, the supreme leader of Tibetan Buddhism, thus the C.C.P. forcing the church to be subservient to the state, all right, infringes on the Western concept of religion and liberty, which is the foundation of the Christian outstanding of the church. Let's get to some point here. I want to read this article out. All right. So it's Rep. Gallagher cited two cases of the C.C.P. rewriting portions of the Bible. The first is for the account, the Gospel of John, where Jesus tells a woman caught in adultery to go from now and sin no more. After telling the scribes and Pharisees, let him who is without sin be the first among you, be the first to throw a stone. Right? A textbook for a Chinese University appears in 2020 account of John, rewritten to the end with Yahushua himself stoning the adult. Come on. Stoning the adulterous woman to death. So I'm going to rewrite it to end with Yahushua stoning the adulterous woman to death. And the reason why Yahushua did that, man, is basically to show mercy, because Yahushua is that right now that symbol of mercy, of grace, basically. Because that's what Yahushua did for her. Grace. Go and sin no more. And you can see with man, it's not so much that, man. There's no empathy nor sympathy when it come on to mankind, man. That's why the Lord Yahweh Shai, it's crazy, man, how they might try to get rid of this thing, man. And scripture shows mercy. You know what I mean? Forgiveness, sympathy, grace. Get yourself right in a specific time. You know, let's get some scripture. All right. So it's this is Proverbs 30 and verse 5. Say, every word of the Lord Yahweh Shai is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Right? And add thou not unto this word, lest he reprove thee, right? And thou be found a liar, right? We know that these men are liars, man. You know, these men now go ever come to the acknowledgement of the Lord Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? We always fight against it because it's not their book. You know, it wasn't given unto them. This is let's get this. This is Isaiah 24 and verse 5. So the earth also is defiled, right, under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, right, changed the ordinances, and broke the everlasting covenant, right? Therefore, curse devour the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left, right? So because the rulers of the society, which, you know, were not given the scriptures, you know what I mean, or the understanding of the scriptures, laws weren't given to them. But therefore, they're the ones that are in control, right? So they've changed the laws, you know, they've transgressed the laws, they've changed the ordinances and all of that. Everything is now backward. So therefore, curses have devoured the earth, because the earth is supposed to be run in a specific way, right? A specific people are supposed to be set up, which are the Israelites, you know what I mean, to rule over this society, you know, to have it in a particular order. They are not the ones that are ruling now, and therefore the curse is devour the earth, man. That's what you get when you have these men ruling, you know, because these men rule for their bellies, man, you know, for their own, not for Yahweh Shai, but for their own gain, you know. It's the second is a recap that C.C.P. authorized, a report that C.C.P. authorized, right, in Henan, provided province, force Protestant church to replace the 10 Commandments with Zing quote, the first commandment from thou shalt have no other God before me, right, Exodus, right, so they will change that to from Exodus 20 verse 3, thou shalt have no other God before me. They're going to change that to resolutely guard against the, right, infiltration of Western idolatry. Okay, that's what them are going to basically put in, you know, rather than thou shalt have no other God before me. And you know, that is crazy. Let me get this scripture from okay, let me get all right, this is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 2. It said, thou shalt not add unto the words which I have commanded you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, right? that ye may keep thy commandments of the Lord Yahweh Shai, which I commanded you. Right? So we're not supposed to do that. Not at all. Right? This judgment is going to be great for Moab. Right? Let me get another scripture, man, concerning Moab. It says, Jeremiah 48 and verse 29. He said, we have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceedingly proud. His loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride and haughtiness of his heart. I know the wrath, said the Lord. I know his wrath, said the Lord, but it shall not be so. His lies shall not so effect it. Right? Therefore, I will hold for Moab, and I will cry out for all Moab. Mine heart shall mourn for the men of Kerishes. Right? Moab is going to be destroyed, man. Right? Moab is ultimately going to get destroyed. Right? This is Numbers 24 and verse 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel. And that is Yahushua. Right? And shall what? And shall smite the corners of Moab, and shall destroy all the children of Seth. And Edom shall be for possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall dwell valiantly. Now this is a prophecy, right, written in Numbers, right, an end time prophecy written in the book of Numbers, the Old Testament, right, that shows Yahushua coming back, right, rising up out of Israel, right, a ruler, right, and coming back, right, to take his place, you see me, and to put down Moab, which is the Chinese, and Esau, Edom, right, which is so-called white man for you today. Right, let's get into another article, scripture. 2 Ezra 16 and verse 1. Right, so woe unto thee, Babylon, Asia, woe unto thee, Egypt and Syria. So Babylon, as you know, which is America, right, which you know who is Babylon. I already heard at large, which is more say Moab. Yeah, it's so-called white man, right? And Asia, you know, Chinese is on the continent of Asia, right? So woe unto thee, Babylon, Asia. Right? It even mentions Syria in Egypt. Say, grind yourself up with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry. Right? For your destruction is at hand. So the Lord will send grave destruction upon Moab. Two main countries, the Chinese, the Americans. It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who shall turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who shall quench it? Plagues are sent unto you. Oh my gosh. These notifications. Plagues are sent unto you, and who may drive them away? Alright? So, the Lord have sent all of these plagues unto Moab, right? America, on these Chinese. Right? So just to finish up the article, it says two Christian pastors at the congressional meeting testified on persecution in China, noting that many Chinese pastors and Christians are underrated and undeterred, right? International Christians Concern ICC recently published a report describing the growth of the underground churches in Iran, where government repression seems to cause the church to grow rather than stifle it. As the early church fathers, right, Tertullian wrote, The blood of the martyr is the seed of the church, which we don't want to subscribe to these churches, man. It's a thing of Israel. You know what I mean? Not the dogma that Christianity pours out. We don't really subscribe to that, but they are going to use this to say, look, the scripture said churches are going to be persecuted in the last days, and all of that. But we know the truth concerning that. This is let me get a scripture now in to end this off. This is Revelation 22 and verse 18. Start verse 18 and 19. Right, starting at 18. It says, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of this prophecy of this book." Right? "If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from this word of this book, of this prophecy, right, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city, right, from thine which are written in this book." Right? So we're going to back up to verse 18. You know what I mean? All the plagues that are written, you know what I mean, that are sent out, as we read in 2nd Ezra 16. Who may turn it back? All those plagues, men, are sent out to Moab, right, and America, who are trying to diminish this word. You know what I mean? I call all the Shai that we have an advocate. You know? We pray that all the Yahweh Shai may continue, have mercy on us, man, and sup with us so that we can bring out this truth in 100%, man. That launch is Shalom.